show.
Yes, it is.
You've heard all the other wrestling programs. Now it's time to listen to the guys who aren't booty.
And you can't beat that.
It's hashtag WrestlePals.
There ain't no stopping us now. We celebrate on the floor. Top down, we're ready to go. To all the people across every nation, turn it up and give me some more.
Woo! Wait, no. It's this one now. That's the official impression. What?
What? I was doing the thing.
Which thing? What did you do to the thing? I can't move. Oh, okay. You
With
want,
the thing.
I can do the opposite side. Go ahead. Put the arm up there. I can't match your enthusiasm though. Sorry. Hey everybody.
It's the hoodie.
Dude. We'll get to that in a second. My head's huge, but it looks big. Okay, never mind. Hey, everybody's I can at least do that. I feel disrespectful. Hey, everybody's hashtag WrestlePals. Look over there. It's hashtag WrestlePal Justin. He's great. Like, I don't know if you know this. Look at him. He's great. There you go. And I'm hashtag WrestlePal Nate. I got that one this week. I like that one. You know what? Given recent developments, I'll take a spooky finger.
Oh.
I do. Dude. I'm sorry.
Ooh, I think you want to work on that phrase in there, Jack.
Want the spooky finger?
You just said I'll take a spooky finger.
Like, if you got it, you got it. Like, I'm experimental. I'm at a weird time in my life, Justin.
Right.
Who
Hey,
knows?
Ain't nobody judging.
Yeah, there are. What are you talking about? It's nothing but
Judgment.
Speaking of judge, these are my court
Judge
clothes. They just came from court. They didn't keep me. It was good.
You weren't incarcerated.
I was not incarcerated.
That's good news.
So, depends. Prosecutor didn't think so. These are also my sick clothes, and apparently my WrestlePals clothes.
Oh, good.
So, enjoy.
Okay,
Good.
I will.
Okay. Hi, Justin.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. Hold on. There's like,
Hmm?
I tried to do this because I thought it would be easier, but like, the setup is not quite right yet.
A little more complicated?
Still. It's just maybe if I moved this back over there, but I forgot to bring the thing, and it's not quite there yet. And I have to set it back up the way it was afterwards.
Oh, we gotta
I
cut
guess-
it. Cut it.
It cut itself, so that's
You
good.
shouldn't do that. Love yourself.
Love everybody.
Don't do that. Don't love everybody.
Don't?
That'll get you in trouble too. You know that?
Did you know that?
Chad is already saying you were hashtag the best.
Nah.
Oh. You know what? It is.
It's a very
I don't
special
even know
day
this.
today, right?
It's Tuesday, and of course you know what that
means.
means.
Yeah.
mm.
Happy Rooster Day!
Happy Rusev Day, everybody. I'm sorry. I'll pick it up.
Yeah,
I'm a little down. Wait, I'm not. I'm not only am I awake, woken.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I shall delete you.
Please don't. You know what? Go ahead.
I would never do that.
Someone should. A little defeatist in the moment. Excuse me. And I shouldn't be bringing that to the. It is Rusev Day.
It is Rusev
You know what?
Day. It's a great Rusev Day.
It's crazy news coming out, man.
Yeah.
About Rusev Day. Rusev Day. The shirts selling like crazy.
Like hotcakes.
I don't
some
know
would
how
say.
one buys hotcakes. When I buy hotcakes, it's like
A dime a dozen.
it seems really cheap for a shirt. Like you should get them just to wear them then. Like, hey, is that the same shirt you wore yesterday? Kinda, but not really.
It's actually.
I have a
pancake.
dozen. I do my laundry fortnightly, and I have 2 days of nudity. That's right. 12 shirts. I'm good to go. Happy Rusev Day indeed. Even when you're nude, still very happy Rusev Day.
Okay.
Very happy. If I just need some Rusev pants, I told you I looked for I as a whim put in the see if Zubaz were still a thing.
Mhm.
Now I get nothing but ads for Zubaz pants.
Right.
I'm getting some goddamn zebra stripe pants, Justin. It's happening.
Well, there's no reason not to.
But Rusev Day, yeah, there is. looks ridiculous, and I think some of the money goes to Road Warrior Animal. So
Good for him.
I guess whatever.
He could use the bucks.
Of course he can. Of course he can. The man deserves it. The Rusev Day shirts have been like a top seller, which is amazing considering he hasn't been on TV all that much.
Yeah.
But it looks like his shirt sales have been overtaken. He's dropped down to number 3 on the selling list in favor of both of Elias's shirts.
Wow.
Walk with Elias. It is weird. It's never the top dudes. It's never even Braun's shirt is not. Braun's shirt's very simplistic, but then again, so's the man. He's got 2 things. I'm not done and hands. I'm not done with hands.
I still don't like the fact that the chat doesn't ever display.
That is very sad.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do to make that happen. Because it's not coming up here either.
It is a sad time indeed.
The live of my life.
What?
Before we get into, all the things for today,
Uh-huh.
it should be noted that I'm not saying that this happened this weekend, but this happened this weekend. Hashtag WrestlePal Jenny and I
We've met.
may or may not have tried to organize a picnic with Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott.
Oh, okay. That's acceptable. That's fine.
I'm not saying we did that, but we did that.
Tried to arrange or did arrange?
Tried to.
Okay. I'm curious.
Didn't get anywhere, but
No response?
no response.
Good.
Good.
I'm sorry. I mean, it might be bad for you, but I mean, I'm fine with this. This is okay.
You want to see the
Picnic.
commitment here? I'm committed.
You want to... What?
I'm committed, Jack.
You
See
should.
the kind of commitment?
You should be. Look at that.
Commitment. It's an illness, really.
I'm just going to call you incessantly just to cover her face up on your phone. I hope you're sitting there with that on your dashboard, and it's just looking back at you, and I'm going to just text you pictures of my dumb face, my dumb sick face. That's all you're going to get. Like, hey, I hope I'm not ruining this
I like
moment
that
for you.
band.
What?
I like that band.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
sick dumb
Yeah,
face.
you do. No, there is no hashtag WrestlePals picnic. God damn it!
There needs to be.
It's good weather for it. Liv would have enjoyed it.
I know.
Ruby
Pizza
probably would have
losers.
broke some shit, jumped off some stuff, and hurt some people.
Get some pizza.
But I mean, that's kind of her thing.
Yeah.
Also, other people do that too. Don't keep trying. You should give up. You should give up now.
Never ever give up.
You should give up in your dreams. We were told that on Sunday.
No, it's true. Speaking of Sunday,
Oh, what happened on Sunday, Jet?
how did that get in here?
And that is a monstrous structure. It's 26 feet tall, weighing upwards of
500 tons?
500 tons. Seems like a lot. How's the ceiling that caving? 500 tons. It's a goddamn cruise ship, Justin.
It's weird, right?
Weird.
What are
I don't
these-
feel good.
What are these little...
This is the
there's
chamber
like
of Damocles above us here. It's gonna crush us as well it should.
There's like a thing. There's things in each of the corners.
Pods, some would say.
Pods would... Yeah.
And
Weird.
back.
What
Pod
is
form.
this?
I believe the retired and restructured and back with us again, hanging deftly above our heads, dangerously. It's the Elimination
It's just
Chamber.
hanging there
Just on just one rope.
It's not even...
Doesn't seem.
It's not even lowering any further.
It's so heavy it doesn't even like sway. It's just kind of there.
Well, I mean, it seems like we're in the middle of it, so we should be all right.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, until it falls and collapses under its own weight and crushes us underneath the middle part of it,
Right.
and then like shoots us out. You ever see one of those things where you like core an apple with? Like you push down, and it's like your apples. You're gonna get the apple. The apples are gonna be too
Apple
much.
dapples?
Yeah, apple.
Love apple dapples.
You put it on the thing, go, and you crush it, and it's like it doesn't quite get the core out because you still got seeds. Those are terrible. You should never get one of those. What were we talking about?
Elimination Chamber.
Elimination Chamber was this weekend.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, man. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
So it looks like they took a cue from SmackDown. What was it, 5 matches?
Wow. Yeah, it was pretty short, wasn't it?
2 chambers. Well, it wasn't even short. It was just, it
It
wasn't
was
a ton
actually
of
a
matches.
long ass show, wasn't it?
2 chambers,
2 chambers.
tag match, and 2 grudge matches. 5 matches.
Grudge
And then-
matches with involved stories.
Yeah, and then there was the pre-show match, which involved the story.
Tight.
Tight.
And allowing time for things to happen.
Was this an amazing show? No. Could I have technically done without it? Sure.
Yeah.
I loved both chambers.
Mhm.
I dug. Asuka and Nia almost stole the show.
It was way better than it should have been.
Yeah.
Like Nia had really stepped up her game because it's like, no, I have someone that's amazing in here. I can't not perform now.
I like
She's changed. She's changed a lot. We'll get to the match.
Bubba Ray on the Twitter said it perfectly. Asuka went over, Nia got over.
Yeah.
I think that's succinct. And I mean, because Nia was pretty dominant, Asuka still found a way to hit, not only hit hard, but come away with the win.
And it was a different Asuka offense. It
Yeah.
wasn't dominate, defeat. It was hey, this stuff ain't working. Uh-oh.
Yeah, what am I going to do now?
Oh, I'm going to get picked up off the ground and thrown. Well done. Nia's strong.
I think that might have been my favorite match of the night.
It was way better than it should have been.
Yeah.
Like, I think we both went in with the same attitude of, well, Nia's not going to win.
Right.
You can't have her win. How's it going to be? Is it going to be a tap-out victory? No, she had to have it stolen away from her.
Mm-hmm.
Roll up and got out-wrestled for a second, which is exactly how a monster should be. You can't out-fight them. You can't out-endure them. You can hope to outsmart them. And they were outsmarted, if only briefly. But fantastic shows of strength from Nia, and just she was a lot faster too.
Yeah.
Everything she did was faster and crisper. And I always talk about how much I
That's commitment, Holmes. Just saying. That's commitment, Holmes. Can't be mad at that. She's right.
who do I want to go on a picnic with? That's the real question. Who do I want to go on a picnic with, Justin?
You have a type. Is what I've heard.
Maybe.
I don't know. I feel like
I don't really do. I don't think so.
I feel like the current picnic you would fit right along with. I think
It'd be a fun picnic.
yeah.
But do I have to bring somebody? What's Johnny Gargano doing? He ain't busy, right?
He's adorable.
He's adorable. It's absolutely.
More on him later.
Yeah. Yeah, on him.
Yeah.
Nah, dude. It's fine. Johnny Wrestling shirt's very good.
Yes.
I appreciate the classic New Day. It's fantastic shirt choices today.
Well, I had the gray shorts. If it's gray or black, it's got to be either Gargano. There's thought behind this.
Really?
Yeah.
You
I mean, I guess the Gargano could go with the tan, but I like it better with the black shorts.
You're also wearing a wrestling shirt, so you can kind of do whatever you want. You're going to be ostracized by the people that are ostracizing you.
Ethel.
And you know what? Exactly. you get them called out and pointed out in your life before you even get to them. It's like, oh, hey, here's an a-hole I don't have to give my time to.
Thinking about getting my son a Bobby Roode shirt.
Apparently, I should contact Rusev.
That'd be a good
Rusev would have far too much potato salad.
one. Rusev picnic. Rusev crush.
He likes Crush? I thought he would be more of a slice guy.
He
not
likes
a,
Fanta as
like
well,
Crush.
but
Who doesn't? Don't you want a Fanta?
and Santa.
No, I'm good. Thanks. Pass. Oh no. Stay with me, throat. What?
Stay away from me,
I
throat.
said stay with me.
Oh, stay with me.
I got a little bit of the grab there. Just
My name's Nathan.
yeah. That voice. I can go down there right now. It's terrible. I can't do that. Sorry. So yeah, Nia takes the loss, but looks dominant in the victory, and Asuka gets to keep intact through to WrestleMania at the very least.
And they still hold story of Alexa and Nia being friends, because afterwards Nia beats the living crap out of Asuka some more.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just loving what they're letting the women do now. Like it's
We've finally got some character established, and this will roll right into the chamber talk too. There's a load of skill that hasn't been there in the women's division in a little while. There's enough skill to be able to lean on to carry a match, where we don't need a ridiculous story or a stupid stipulation in order to make it happen, to justify it, to make it work. There's actual good matches, and now that the skills are there, the individual and different looks for each of them are there. They're establishing who they are as characters. Now those characters are getting a chance to actually shine and have a reason.
And
every single one of them is good.
Just seeing Nia put her through the wall.
Dude.
And
the
I mean,
sound of that was ridiculous.
I feel like Nia got to do that before, but like the fact that we're seeing that now.
That's the thing she does because she's the one that can. And they've also got a little bit of a new moniker for her. They're calling her the Irresistible Force.
I like it.
Which is like, I look at you with the double on. Ooh, oh, look at that. Well, she seems more like an unstoppable object. Wait, no. An irresistible. What does the Irresistible Force go up against? The immovable object.
Immovable object.
Yeah, well, she's moving. And we're not supposed to objectify anymore. So she's an irresistible force. I like it.
I do too.
It's better than, the extraordinary man who does extraordinary things.
So long.
It's a hell of a lot better than Boss Time and or Big Dog.
Oof.
And
It's boss time. Ruin everything.
hold on, I have to do my hips. You can't see them, but I'm doing it right now.
Don't do your hips. That's gross.
Yeah, look, upper body doesn't move at all. Doing the hip thing.
See, that's where you're getting it wrong.
Mm.
The upper body does have to move a little.
Does?
Yeah.
All right.
It's like a lean.
There, is that better?
No.
You like the hips like this? Is this better?
This is awful.
Is this Boss Time?
Almost.
Oh,
I mean, it's an awful one.
My eyes hurt. Yes. Yes, I should be undercover Boss Time is what I should be. I should just go into hiding is what I hate myself.
Have
At
fun.
least get the hands right. Come on. What are they in like this for? Stupid.
In the gym that I needed.
That's Boss Time. Stupid. Goddamn robot that he's forced to be sometimes.
Yeah.
Because Michael Cole was good, but man, when it's like, nope, here are the hoops, get to jumping, and he's like, okay, shit, can't. There's no good way to get there. Just go, Oh dear Lord.
So we started a little bit out of order, but
Fair.
I feel like that one, because it almost stole the show. Like, it was better than it had any right being.
It had no business being something that was as good as it was.
Because, the internet hates predictability. I mean, that was about as predictable as you can get.
Right.
But I've always said, I don't care if it's predictable as long as it's good.
Right.
That was good.
Hmm.
And
See,
I guess
when you talk about the hating of predictability, that's my whole thing going into this show and going into Fastlane. It's like, well, they're not going to F with the WrestleMania plans too much.
right.
Are they? No, they're not. They're not. I like being able to suspend that disbelief just a little bit. And there's a whole lot of the show that was like, yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
I wasn't disappointed.
I wasn't, because it was a spectacle. And they're still trying to do stuff during the ensuing show weeks, which will be good. There's still time to do stuff without disrupting plans.
Now we've got. Let's go ahead and move into the women's chamber here.
Yes, I like the sound of that, Justin. Can you say that again for me?
No,
please?
you always got to make
Hold
things
on, let
awful.
me think it. Chamber? What kind of chamber?
The Elimination Chamber.
Oh no,
Sucker. The first ever, and I saw a lot of complaining that WWE's focusing on, it's the first ever of this and this and this.
dude.
Now I can understand the frustration with that,
Uh-huh.
but at the same time, we're trying to make things bigger. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, let's point out that it's happening, that it's the first ever. Give it some gravity,
Right.
and the next one will be more about, these women trying to win.
Yeah, I mean, if you're having the first of anything, you have to make a big deal about it.
Like when they had the 40-man battle royal,
Yeah.
they had it, or Royal Rumble. It was only the once,
Mm-hmm.
but they made it. Oh, it's 40 men this year.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
entire business is based off of hype. Why
Yeah.
would you pass any opportunity for hype?
Right.
So, it's the Women's Elimination Chamber. It's the first
It's
ever
the
Women's
first
Elimination
ever,
Chamber.
yeah.
And it's for a title. Oh, my God.
Yes.
The winner's going to WrestleMania,
Oh, my
Justin.
God.
Oh, this determines everything. You have to tune in to see this.
And then I tuned in,
Yeah.
and it was the opening match,
Mhm.
which I love.
The bookend? You
Yeah.
like the bookend?
Well, I love when they
Yes.
do that. Just like with they didn't do it with the Royal Rumble as much. The men's was like somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, but it was still kind of. They broke up the two things. I was worried that it was going to get to the end. They're going to drop the chamber, to do one, and then do the other one right after.
I don't like
But they've
that.
been better as far as the show planning over the last year has been just fantastic. Building a card of what you have and making it make sense and be an entertaining show throughout has been fantastic.
I liked it opening the card. It made me excited to be watching Elimination Chamber, the pay-per-view. I was like, oh, I can dig it.
Yeah.
And again, like we said, bookends. And, I wasn't 100% sure where we were going with this. Because, I didn't think either member of Absolution was going to win.
Right.
Because Paige was going pretty heavy on the pre-show about, somebody from Absolution's absolutely going to win.
Right.
And they're still new to the scene. They're good. They definitely held their own.
Right.
But I don't think they're ready for that spotlight.
You talked about it earlier, the like kind of matching ring gear.
Mhm.
It's a beautiful thing that's happening here. I would love for Paige to, because Paige is probably not going to compete again.
I hope. It is my hope. You're probably right. It is my hope because she is still really young. That she just takes the time off and can fully recuperate and get in the ring again at some point.
Well, one would hope.
She's young enough to where that isn't out of the realm of possibility.
But I mean, it's
likely that
it's
she's
something
done.
something she has to consider. But she has a big enough personality and a good enough presence that she's falling into this weird role that I don't think they've fully embraced yet.
Yeah.
Of having her as the mouthpiece, the spokesperson, the person that goes out there and collects these amazing athletes to bring in and she could potentially be the first manager of a women's division.
Yeah.
And it would work fine, especially for people that haven't established themselves a whole lot yet. But that being said, I think just having kind of the matching gear, but still showing their individual personalities, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, fantastic presence between the two of them.
Yes.
And they were felt as individuals and felt as a team. They functioned, and like I said earlier, they have skill enough to justify being there. Mm-hmm. They have presence enough to justify being there. They have confidence enough that they show that they deserve to be there. Now they get to go into being more of a character.
Yeah.
I feel Mandy Rose has already progressed a little bit, especially with the mixed match challenge.
Yeah.
Getting to show who she is, being
golden.
She's playing a role as like, hey, I don't know if y'all need to get rid of that diva word yet because I don't know if y'all notice, kind of right here. Yeah. And then they get Sonya Deville's like, yeah, I hurt people.
I whoop people's asses.
Yeah. You see this is utilitarian gear. My hair is also in a way that ain't gonna hurt me because I'm gonna hurt you. Yeah. It's fun and it's subtle and understated, and the more that they can say without having to give time to say it, fantastic. Making the most of what opportunity they have available to them.
I have to say this before Brian says I look sexy in this New Day shirt.
You do.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
I loved the Sonya Deville and Bayley matchup right out of the jump.
Yeah.
I mean, I've not been the hugest advocate for Sonya Deville. I didn't think she was ready. Like I hadn't seen anything that showed she belonged in the big dance.
Yeah, we had that big debate like right after the women's tournament. Was these are the ones you're calling up? All right.
Yeah.
I mean, we got like 20 other ones in them. Nah, man.
And we still haven't seen Abby Lath.
What's up, man?
Trips.
Hey.
I tweeted him the other day.
Did you?
And her. She retweeted it. Because she's good like that. She's like, hey, people want to see me.
Yeah.
I really want to see her.
Yeah. Hey.
But anywho.
You think she could go to a picnic?
She's in Florida. I mean, I guess Liv is in L.A. Like, she be loving L.A. right now.
Mm.
These are the things I know about her. You know why?
I'm going to say commitment, but I think the court would say another word.
It's commitment, Holmes.
No.
That's commitment.
Some call it, unwanted attention. That's a nicer way to say stalking. Unwarranted following. Also wiretapping.
Never. How dare you?
Tapping those wires.
Again, I just want to put my arm around her. Like, it's nothing creepy.
Yeah, it's a little, wear around her.
Just like her shoulder.
Okay,
or
I'm good.
waist.
I'm good. Okay, don't touch me.
Nothing.
Don't touch me. I've seen how you operate.
Nothing crazy.
That was crazy.
I guess I went a little overboard there.
You did. You did, Justin. Calm yourself. I don't need visuals. You know, I have Is it boss time? Oh, wait,
I'm
no.
calming myself.
Are you getting those hands? Stop it. Just be dumb. Just be dumb.
But it was nice to see. So
Sonya
kind of coming into the spotlight
Yeah.
against Bailey. Again, like the last few weeks, Bailey has been Bailey. Like the Bailey that I fell in love with on
Dude.
NXT. She's been great.
because the only
She's
storyline
wrestling.
the only storyline we've had for the longest time is, hey, who has the title? Okay, whose turn is it?
Yeah,
And that's awful.
that's
I
terrible.
mean, it's okay.
It's what they're doing with the tag division right now,
Yeah,
essentially.
and you can tell. Meanwhile, I just want to see Dana Brooke go over stats. Come on, man. It'd be great. Well, they're working on a game plan. It's like, no, you guys should be high flyers today because they have a bad record against high flyers. So go out there, and I want to see Titus just climb up the top rope and just look like, I don't know, man. You sure? And then they win. Amazing. Sorry. Continue. Yes, this title is out of the way, and Bailey's allowed to beat Bailey.
Well, I said this last week about Rollins in the Gauntlet match.
Uh-huh.
Like he was a babyface because of his ability.
Yes.
That's what Bailey needs.
Mhm.
She needs to be there because of her ability, and she needs to lose totally because we need. My wife said it. We were watching it. She goes, "You do. You always kind of want to feel sorry for Bailey, don't you?" And I was like, "Yes, yes." Because then when she wins, it's like, "Holy shit, we won! We won." That's how you got to feel about it, right?
Right.
So we got to get her there again. And that means she has to have a lot of great matches that she ends up on the losing end.
Yeah.
And this was another one of those situations. She has a great match with Sonya Deville.
Mhm.
Mandy Rose comes in. She holds her own against both of them for a little bit.
Right.
And then she gets the crap beat out of her for a little bit.
Right.
This is great.
And
Now,
it's building on both sides of that.
yeah, and
DeVille can hold her own. Mandy Rose is an opportunist and joining in. The two are willing to work together as a team. Bailey can hold her own, but against bad odds, not so much. And yeah, just amazing storytelling right out of the gate. Did a lot to service characters in a place that could have just been forgotten. You know what I mean?
and then they
You're right, me too.
they further it. They further the story along a little bit more
Mhm.
because the fourth one in is Sasha Banks.
Right.
So now you have evened odds.
Mhm.
Bailey gets the layout for a little bit because she just got the crap beat out of her by Absolution,
Right.
and Sasha's laying waste to Absolution for a bit. Dig it, dig it the most. You know, she's getting the upper hand. It's that same thing that's going on between Sasha and Bailey. I'm better than you, like, you know, playful, but she's still kind of going to bat. It looks like she's going to bat for Bailey. She's trying to save Bailey.
No, they've allowed some depth to the character.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, well, I'm not so much defending Bailey as I like to whip ass and show her that I can.
Mm-hmm.
That's depth. That's
Yes.
a second layer of depth rather than I want to win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they all want to win.
Yeah.
So
They're done telling the simplest of stories. Now they can get a little more complex.
I forget how it happens, but Bailey eliminates Mandy Rose. Oh, no. I think did Sasha make her tap?
I don't remember. I don't know.
Mandy Rose is out first.
Right.
That much I do know. And at this point, is that when we get?
The next one in would have been Mickey.
Yes, Mickey.
Because I loved that little weird storytelling, too. It's like, well, of course, Sasha and Bailey are together.
Mm-hmm.
Wink. And, of course, Mandy and Sonya are together.
Mm-hmm.
No wink. No, really. So the weird, uneasy alliance between Mickey James and Alexa. Yay! Look at this depth of story.
Yeah.
This is going to be shaky. Unlike these two unshakable ones of, Mandy and Sonya. And, of course, best friends forever.
Right.
Sasha and Bailey.
They're such good friends.
They would never stab each other in the
Never.
back. Certainly not Sasha stabbing Bailey directly in the back and then the face. And then rolling her up. And pinning.
That would never happen.
And, yeah, man.
Mickey's in next, and at some point they eliminate Sonya, and so it becomes just the three of them.
Right.
And Bailey, Sasha, Mickey, a nice couple minutes of between them.
And it's definitely Mickey's having to hold her own against the other two.
Mm-hmm.
Those are insurmountable odds, Justin.
Unbelievable. And she doesn't surmount them.
No, as well she shouldn't.
She loses. And, just as time is expiring for Alexa to come in.
Yeah.
They
And
have
there was
great
that
timing.
There was that moment of, hey, we got a countdown. What do we do? Oh, we stand here and look at her.
Uh-huh.
Licking chops.
Yeah.
Chops.
And well, again, it looks like they're friends. So
Obviously.
like, this is good. And Alexa looks pissed, scared because she's going to be against two women, and there's no way she's going to be able to overcome that.
Right.
They try to open her pod, and she's like, "Nope."
She holds the stupid pod closed.
Yep, which is fun.
Fantastic little spot.
And she finally comes out, and then she plays the chickeness some more, climbs up the cage, and is running from the both of them.
Like the redesign of the Elimination Chamber has been fantastic for dumb little spots like that. You have because I don't think before they had the spot on the tops of the pods.
I mean, Ray, I think one time, it was John Morrison climbed to the top,
Of course he
and
did.
like let go or something.
Yeah,
and
but they had the
stuff like
change,
that.
which as we learned with the damn Punjabi prison match. Hey, you know what? Give us something we can film through, huh?
Yeah.
So the chains look good and they're more climbable. They look a little more maneuverable, and it doesn't look as painful.
Yeah.
The weird kind of like outside the ring area is doesn't look as goddamn just metal as it used to be.
Yeah.
It looked vicious before,
Metal.
but it still looked really, really good. But looked like it was a safer environment
Yes.
in order for them to do stuff and afford them more opportunities. Like having that like solid bar like right above the pod level, so that Alexa could climb up there and scooch her way on out there to the middle, and still have a safe place to be, and then
Yeah.
get chased from both sides. She was just chased for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes of them just climbing fences and chasing each other like kids being a-holes.
And
It's the best.
so it feels like they're on the same page. It looks like
Hey, no, she wasn't in the match.
we're gonna get Alexa out of here next.
Right.
And one-on-one, Sasha versus Bailey. This is gonna be great. I love it. And then suddenly, as we're getting Sasha's up on the pod, she's caught Alexa.
Right.
Bailey's coming up to get up there and help. And as she's going, Sasha reaches down her hand to help her up, and she starts pulling her.
Mufasa, give me your hand.
And then
Mufasa.
kick in the face.
I hate it when I get kicked in the face. I don't
Kick
know
in the
about you.
face.
Especially if you were helping me up on the roof and then kicked me in the face, I'd be
Yeah.
really upset.
Yeah. And she just kind of gives her the death stare.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got
And
it's
this wasn't the playful Rollins and Reigns. Hey man, I did what I had to do. I understand. This was
no.
you got kicked in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens.
Let me
Sorry.
do this. Yeah.
Shit's tough.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I've let a couple fly too, so don't worry about it.
I'm on cold medicine.
I'm not. I'm just an idiot.
Jeez.
So at this point,
Yes, sir.
Bailey gets rolled up by Sasha at
Right.
some point, pinned, and so she's out, and we're down to Alexa and Sasha one-on-one, which it's become a fantastic little rivalry in and of itself
Yes.
between the two of them. And I'm like, for a second, I'm in disbelief because I'm like, oh man, but then dumb wrestling fan logic, I'm thinking, oh well. I'm thinking ahead instead of the match at hand. I'm thinking, ooh, Sasha and Bailey going into Mania. Ooh.
Makes sense. Hey, look, here's a program that doesn't involve a title. It
And
doesn't
elevates
involve a
them both.
championship. Uh-huh. Because there's grudge there. And that got played into more the next night.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely.
And you know what? For a second, I was like, oh, but it's going to be for the title because I thought for sure there's no way Alexa retains.
Right.
There is no way.
I had hope. But again, I was like, no, I think they got a lot of faith in her. She's fantastic character-wise, and she has great work.
Yeah. And they showed it because she pulls off the win here, and she got me.
Okay.
She done got me. Cause
Me too, Justin.
well, and I think it was legit at first. I think because it is a first ever moment, and that it is historical. No matter what internet people want to say, no matter what anybody wants to say, that is a first.
Yes.
When you start going through the annals of WWE history, at some point they will say, first Elimination Chamber win, Alexa Bliss. That can never ever be. She could fizzle out tomorrow.
I don't think so.
Well, no chance. But like she could, and she could go away. but they'll never, ever be able to take that away.
Mhm.
That will always be a thing.
Also, Billy Gunn was a king in the ring.
Yeah, well, I kind of forget about King of the Rings right now.
Okay.
The last one was Sheamus. No, Barrett. Barrett was the last one, and
Who?
that was miserable.
Sorry.
But they'll never be able to take that away from her.
Right.
So I think there was a little bit of real emotion there, and that's why it got me.
That's why it got me too. Yeah, we're talking about the promo after the match. Alexa Bliss doing the ring interview, and damn, dude, just really, I bought into the crying, and I thought because they've had this weird little, they've been given almost a little bit of leeway to break a little bit and be a little more real. As if to say, this is monumental and this is amazing and stuff, right? And it's okay if your faces are doing that. But this is the heelest girl you got right now.
Mm-hmm.
And she's breaking character a little bit to say, it's just I really appreciate the opportunities and this is amazing and I've got a few tears going because it's such a special moment and just everybody, live your dreams. Or dreams are cool. Dreams are dreams. And, if you believe in yourself and you can do anything.
Things and stuff.
Except everybody that I look at. You dirty bastards. Like, she had, the fake garbage crying. And I was like, man, this is really an emotional moment. And she's trying to hold it back. And this sucks. But, I mean, I guess that's what they're going to do. It is an emotional moment. Of course it is.
Yeah.
Have your moment. Oh, my God, she hates us. Yay! Yes!
My wife was onto her pretty quick. She goes,
Well-
either she's not really crying or that's really good makeup.
We are, yes, both. We are not trained to be able to see through that. And you know what I love? Being fooled,
Yeah, me too.
being took, being
Getting got.
led astray,
Yeah.
played.
Getting got is my favorite thing about wrestling.
It's the best. And what I loved is they show Alexa. She's kind of half crying. She's being very sentimental. Her words sound heartfelt. They show a little girl as Alexa's holding the title. They go to a little girl in the crowd who's all holding one of the little replica titles, and the little girl's like, I could be a winner too.
Yeah.
And then it cuts back to Alexa.
No.
You can't. No. I can. You no. Well done.
It was great.
Oh,
It was great, and it puts her firmly back right up top
You
where you thought she was.
bad person, you.
And because the women's division and specifically her had gone cold because they're trying to set all this other stuff up with the Rumble and we need the first chamber, but it's got to get heated back up going into Mania.
And you know what? And they haven't had enough. They haven't taken the time to focus on other things. So it's been, here's Asuka, and they haven't really focused on her. It's just Asuka. Cool. Mysterious, let it sit in the background. It's fine. It's fine. Asuka's Asuka. She'll be fine. We got Nia. We want to do stuff with Nia, too. And, but we don't want to cool off the title. But, who's after it? And just a bunch of convoluted stuff. Absolution. What are they doing? We have no idea.
Yeah.
Nah, man. They told stories with everybody. Nobody was wasted in that match. Nobody was wasted in that night.
No.
We got good stories from probably every member of the women's division that competed, and you're talking 8 women. 8 women got story development on Sunday night with not a whole lot of time, but they got amazing story development. Only eclipsed by 2055. Sorry, soft spot.
Well, it's hitting on all cylinders right now.
So good. All right, sorry.
So, that's the women's chamber. Alexa retains kind of surprisingly with a great promo at the end that she continues the next night on Raw.
Right.
That takes us into, let's go to the pre-show here.
Okay.
It's the Club versus the Miztourage.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
This is
you.
a great spot for that.
It's, you know what? Because the Miztourage doesn't need to win,
No.
but they do need matching jackets.
Yes, they do.
And I believe that was pointed out. Look at those. I think it was Corey Graves that was pointing. I believe it was Corey that was pointing it out that on the
Oh, you're pointing to Corey?
I can't see my screen to play with my screen, but he's close enough. No, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm trying to monitor
You're
the chat,
fine.
too.
You're absolutely fine. Corey Graves pointed it out, and I was like, oh man, he's gonna harp on those garbage Chippendale waiter jackets. This is like, oh no, those are great. It's like, yeah. Oh, and you know what? I didn't like it at first. The club's music has really grown on me. Something like that.
The sky.
It's the best. Because they got to come out and kind of be badasses. And you know what?
Yeah.
They were quick, and they were violent, and they were good. And Carl Anderson's the best.
They still get everything in too. Like, and when I say that, I mean like they do the hoot handshake, like the brother handshake. It's like one of these, like really soft. They don't always get it in. Brother me softly. They don't always get it in.
It's one of those things where they do, where it's like, if you're going to pay attention, we're going to reward you.
Yeah.
They're very good for that. It's fantastic. It's a joy to watch them be dumb because they good dumb.
They're a great tag team, which I'm looking forward to these matches upcoming with the Revival.
Oh yeah,
because that's what they're teasing on the down the line.
oh yeah, because they had a Revival doing like kind of commentary behind a little bit, or a Revival interview like during the match, and I don't know who it was. Like, it's bad of me to not remember the name of the person that didn't remember their name, but it's like messed them up. It's like.
Gallows and Anderson.
No,
Is it-
those
I
guys
mean
are in the ring.
Dash and Dawson.
Are you sure? You sure? Well, why do you get a tall interviewer too? Stoop down a little bit. Come on, man.
Stoop dude. Yeah, but I like this. Isn't real. This isn't tag team wrestling. Where's the cutting off the ring?
Yeah.
Where's the isolating the man?
And you know what? I always felt that the Revival, they can do fantastic stuff on a microphone, but they speak so much better in the ring. I can't wait to just have them back in the ring to just see them do stuff. And I want to see them be dominant for a little while, too. I felt there was more story there than with the actual title match.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Which is...
Well, the problem is the bar. I love the bar. Do not get me wrong. You found a way to make me care about Sheamus.
And I do.
I do. And they're killing it. They're good.
Yes.
But I'm bored with them.
Yeah.
They keep telling the same story over and over and over again. Now they progressed it a little bit onto Raw, which I liked, and we'll get there. But coming back to this, the club looked great.
Yes.
The Mizraj got to look like
They look like a team.
cronies. They look like a team, but they look like cronies.
Yeah.
Which they should get smacked around a little bit by the club, right?
It's one of those things like, yeah, they fit their place.
Yeah.
And we're the mid of the division. We ain't job level. We can still do stuff. We're still pretty great. We're not that great though.
Yeah.
But we're great.
I liked
Good place to be.
Gallows like baby facing it up.
Yeah.
Like he was like firing up and getting the crowd behind him. I liked the crowd was into the club.
Yeah.
Dig it.
As well they should be.
Yes.
It's that little bit of hype that they need, man.
Yeah.
As everybody's like, oh, waste. Oh, man, they have to be doing something with them. They have to be doing something with them. I really want something with them. If they're going to have them with Balor, fantastic for Balor and for them.
Yeah.
And they'll make amazing stuff out of it if you let them. Just let them do some stuff. More club, good.
And so we go from there, like tag team placement. It looks like the club's going to move on to a Revival, where that plays into tag team championships going into Mania. I don't know. We'll see.
Again, that just seems the top of the tag division right now just seems so segregated from everything else.
Yeah.
That's so sad. There should be some sort of connection there.
It doesn't seem like there's a level, any kind of levels to it. But that takes us to the tag match.
Yep.
Titus Worldwide getting the shot.
I love Titus Worldwide. I don't know why it's not working for me, man. I love seeing Titus in the ring. I love Apollo's work, and I'm fine with man. I just don't know what I'm not liking. Is it just that I've seen it too many times at this point?
Maybe. Even though it hasn't been a tag team for that long.
Yeah,
Like it was basically
it's a hell of an introduction.
Yeah.
Right into a title picture.
Well,
Right
and
into a title special.
also weird though that I assume you haven't seen Mixed Match Challenge from last week.
What's up?
So it's Nia and Apollo were the team.
Word.
Yeah.
Hot.
It was like
is she
this,
taller than him?
Yeah, way.
Sweet.
And there's like this weird thing at the end of the match because Dana basically essentially cost them the match.
Okay.
And Nia yells at them both, and Apollo gets behind Titus to do the push trip thing. Nia pushes Titus over him, and so he trips. But then they didn't play into it into the pay per view or on Raw the MMC
hell y'all doing?
Lives in this own
It's its
world.
own little. It's your glimpse at a house show, is what it is.
Kinda, yeah.
And
Weird.
it's great.
I
But
don't,
also, you have to be able to separate the two things from your mind.
I don't know if that's where we're going. Like, Apollo's leaving Titus Worldwide, or I don't know what we're doing there.
Apollo would be fine on his own. I've enjoyed Apollo. All they needed to get me interested in Apollo again was a little bit of possibility, a little bit of hope. When he was in those qualifying matches for the Chamber, fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yes, he's a serious competitor. He should be taken seriously. He's in these matches. Seriously. And as a result, it gave credibility to him, and it gave credibility to Titus Worldwide, plus a victory over the Bar here and there. And, of course, Dana Brooke being ridiculous. She's great.
She is.
But, man, I don't know. And, again, they were in the placement on the card where they had to be on the card, which was...
the dead spot.
Yeah,
But it was gonna
someone's
be.
got to fill it. Someone's got to be there. You know, who else can you really put there? Jesus Christ. Who else can you really put there at that point? You know,
Well, it's going to be the dead spot because the division is dead. Well, specifically that part of the division. Like, those titles are dead.
yeah, and it doesn't have to be because they have enough with the.
There's so much talent there. Like,
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense to me that it's dead.
yeah. I know.
And this match was fine.
And it's just, I think it's just the fact that they get into a title program,
Mhm.
and they immediately forget the rest of the division.
Yes.
I want them.
Specifically Raw.
Like if we could have just gotten a post match interview with the Bar, being like, hey, we saw the club on the pre-show. Is that something you worried about at all? And it's like, and it's just a mention of the Revival. The Revival acting like they're top guys around here.
Mm.
What are your thoughts on that? Well, we're at the Bar, whatever. Fantastic. And it's like, or if you have the champions hyping up a kind of a number one contenders match, not necessarily dictated match, but just the crossing between the Revival and the club as something they have to pay attention to.
Well, and I wish they would have done that at the pay-per-view, but they do something similar to that the next night on Raw.
Oh, well then I'll shut my mouth.
Well, they were like, we heard. Remember what we did to Ambrose and Rollins?
Mm-hmm.
And they just kind of put out a hit list. Remember what we did? Just ask the New Day. Ask so-and-so. They just kind of put out this list. And, who's left to beat? There's no one left to beat. I mean, you haven't beat the Revival. You haven't beat the club.
Mm-hmm.
Although, no, actually, they lost the club. Royal Rumble last year on the pre-show is when the club won the championship.
Yeah.
History that you could go back to. Anywho, that's what happened on Raw.
That's the kind of stuff that's being remembered in the women's division. And that's the kind of stuff that, again, I want to be rewarded for paying attention. I want to be rewarded for knowing the history. I'm willing to suspend disbelief all over the place. But when you call back something that happened years ago, I get very excited about that.
Have we? Wow, we've already been talking for 50 minutes.
You got to be kidding me.
That's insane. Who knew?
Jesus, man. All right. Moving on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The
I don't
the
know.
bar
Then the men had a
retains.
match,
It's
whatever.
Fine, whatever.
Yeah.
Up next, we already talked about Asuka and Nia. I think that's where this was. And then the weird match, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's another build match.
right, and they're weirdos, and that's what we're going for here.
Mm-hmm.
My wife really enjoyed it because she's like, "What is wrong with these guys? They're really weird."
Yes.
It's like, yes, yes.
They're on another level or plane or dimension. I don't know.
I
don't know what plane you take to get to the dimension. It's weird.
I love what it's doing to Bray though. Like,
Yeah.
it's finally starting to show because last night, Matt Hardy's music hits, and wait, I think I've got it here, don't I? I do. The lights go out. He's supposed to start coming down, and oh no, I'm sorry, he's out first. Let me kill the music because that Matt Hardy was out 1st. He was already in the ring, and Bray's music hits.
Right.
And the lights go out, and then suddenly you see Bray in the ring, and
He's
Matt
holding
Hardy's
Matt's
jacket.
It's like, okay.
I love that.
It's the weird. Hey, look, because Bray's made this weird transition, and I think it started with, was it Elimination Chamber that he won last year?
He won the championship at the Chamber last year. Yep.
Yeah, it's just that was part of like a transition into that was of him away from spooky man
Mhm.
to legitimate kind of badass.
Yeah.
Like, this is a tough dude. And he's gotten away from, not necessarily cult leader, but he's gotten away from kind of the superpowers.
Yeah.
They've kind of settled down a little bit. He's a long way from throwing lightning, all right?
Yes.
Thankfully. But he hasn't played into those spooky powers. And as a result, he's been kind of on a losing streak a little bit.
Yeah.
I like to see him embrace a little bit of the weird, a little bit of the crazy. And he's not being like, I'm Spooky Man again. It's just like madness.
He was
He's flummoxed. He's flustered.
Yes, he
He's
was.
frustrated.
Hardy got in his head, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Where are you, you coward?" and just yelling for him and chasing him around and trying to find him.
He's amazing. That Kevin Owens is the best at the off mic talking.
Yeah.
Bray's really good though.
Yeah.
Bray is one of the best at making moments count. It's like, no, Mike, I'm talking.
hmm
It's really good stuff.
So like he's chasing him down. Finally finds him. Well, no, but he was looking under the ring,
Right?
but he wasn't there.
Why would he be?
And then suddenly you hear off camera, and Matt Hardy comes flying into screen. Where did he come from?
North Carolina.
Cameron
No,
Cameron.
I'm Nate.
for branding.
Supposedly.
Nate for illness.
Yeah. I owe you a new pop filter. Yeah. You want me to drop it? You want me to drop it down? Let me go down there. I can do this. This is fine. This is where I was the other day.
Yeah, you're not gonna like that though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like it now. It's gonna hurt after a while.
It's not gonna take long either.
Nope. So I'd rather choke it off a little bit and be a little
Heyo.
gravelly up here. Yeah. Whatever. You ever do that while you're sick? You feel. Never mind. It's a race to unconsciousness. Why am I sleepy? Here we go. Stop blinking at the camera, please. You look at me. WrestlePass is experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
Oh my God, what happened here?
Cue the man, Joni. All right, that's good. We're back. They're fine now. Everything's fine. We're all fine down here. Bray's going nuts again.
He's going nuts again.
Crazy
and he
spooky
needs it.
man. He's going to have to tap into spooky to deal with weird.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this. I missed Chikara show. God damn it.
Did they have an amazing match? No.
It was a better Matt Hardy match than I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's moving. He's moving a lot better than he was.
And you know, it's nothing amazing. It's just it was what it was. What pissed me off about this is the damn crowd. They were awful. It bugs me that we want Matt Hardy to be broken. We want this character. We want something different.
Mm-hmm.
During something different, during Matt Hardy, they're with him when he does delete, 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 right? But the second he's not doing that and they're wrestling,
Yeah.
it's beach balls, yeah, hey.
That's a hard line to. That's a hard line to cross, man. I'm sure as an in-ring performer, that's hard to do too.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, cool, this is over, but I have these other things I do. Do I need to incorporate them somehow? Do I have to get weird with them too? What do I have to change in order to make that a thing? And like I said, I thought it was just a quicker pace from Hardy, and I was into it because of that. But that's got to translate to the masses as well. Which stinks.
Okay, if everybody complains about the booking of Bray. If you like this guy, if you like both of these guys, you like Matt Hardy, you like Bray Wyatt,
I do.
pay the F attention.
Yes.
Boo Bray Wyatt, cheer Matt Hardy, or I don't care, cheer Bray Wyatt.
Cheer and cheer.
Make noise.
React.
What message are you sending to the creative team? What message are you sending to the people who make the decisions? You're playing with a beach ball,
You're saying this isn't resonating, and yeah.
if you like that,
That's how it goes away.
make noise, and yeah, that's how it goes away. That's how not only the story but them.
Yeah.
They can't do anything better if they end up going away. I get it. You want something better. I get that.
I think they have enough faith in those two
Yeah.
in doing something weird. It's almost like the build has been kind of too good for the matches that are going to be. It's too good for reality, which is a tough thing to say. You've overhyped to the point where it's like you can't possibly live up to it with a wrestling match.
Nate for NyQuil.
Dude, it's the best.
Ellie says, "Don't give Ronda a mic, please, Vince. We'll get there. I promise, we'll get there."
But as far as they're too big for a wrestling match, Justin.
Yeah.
But at WrestleMania, where I think this program's still going to continue for a little while.
You know what this would be a good spot for?
Time for some weird stuff.
Yes. Remember WrestleMania 12?
Nope.
I think we mentioned. I don't know if this was on air. The backlot brawl with Piper and Goldust.
Uh-huh.
Why can't we have something like that? Why can't we have something like
House of Horrors match.
Well, yeah, but better because you have these two weirdos.
The Townhouse of Horrors match.
You have these two weirdos in it. I mean,
there's going to be some wacky stuff going down, dude. Between now and Mania, I have faith that they're going to pull off something stupid.
Matt Hardy's jacket said House Hardy on it. They own that IP now.
Yep.
Like TNA, gave up on that and let them have it. That means we can do stuff like that. We
could spend the next couple weeks. How long we got to Mania? 6 weeks?
6 weeks.
Building.
Because it's not over. Bray on Raw last night.
Yeah, you can't. Bray has gone goddamn mental.
Yeah.
Like, more mental. And this is a great direction for him. And I love seeing that manic in his work, too. Because he can do the badass in-ring work, and it's been fantastic. This goddamn Uranagis. Like, I'm pretty sure Samoa Joe's sitting in the back healing up going like, that was good.
Yeah, I like that.
He hurt, man. I like this.
Oh, man, I miss Joe.
I do, too.
Wish he could come back for Mania. That'll be 2 straight Manias he misses. He's been in the company for 2. He'll miss them both. That's upsetting.
It's best not to think about it.
Yes.
Best not to think about
You're right. But speaking to what this has done for Bray, the next night on Raw, loses his mind and beats the hell out of Slater and Rhino.
Yeah.
Like, he beats the hell out of them. And he brought back some of his crazier stuff, like the crab walk. He flatbacks and slaps the mat and gets up and just kind of looks upside down at him.
His beard goes up in the air, makes me happy.
And then he gets up and he like this like lost look.
Right.
Like he's going somewhere else.
He's going to that place. Oh, wait, no. Someone else does that.
He runs into the corner and oh my God, it's the thing that I loved the most.
What's the
first
thing
time
that you love the most, Justin?
that I saw when he first came to NXT?
What was it, Justin?
The dancing out of the corner.
Dancing's back.
I
I'm so
love that.
excited. It's so weird.
He's just
Great.
slow dancing with Slater, slow dancing right into Abigail. Like, just lays him out.
Mm-hmm.
Plus the kiss. I don't know if he's been doing the kiss before.
It's been real quick. But yeah, it needs the play into it to amplify it and to really bring it out. But yeah, it's the dance and then the pull out, and then it looks like he's gonna just go for like a
dip or something.
Like a lariat.
Oh, yeah.
But then that's into the Abigail, and that makes the Sister Abigail look that much better.
Nice little snap to
It's
it.
the setup.
Yeah.
The setup is good. Here it comes. There it is.
Laid him out.
Kiss. Done.
Boom.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Again,
Theatrics.
and that's what that character should be. Is theatrics.
And he's got somebody where he can theatric it up against. I think that's why it's kind of fell off for a while. Because he was going up against people where the theatrics weren't as much.
Well, and that's
like the whole Orton program. It's like Orton played into it as best he could, but he's still Orton, for Christ's sake.
Right.
So there's only so much he can do, but he kind of went, I'm evil.
Yeah.
Burn your sister. Yeah, but Matt Hardy's like, how far? Nah, a little farther. Let's go. Let's go. Me, you, over there.
Crazy times.
Jesus. Nothing. Bang my mic. Crack my phone face.
Do it again. No. Don't. Oh.
I'm really sorry.
I hate it.
I know you do.
Hurts my earballs.
Well, if I'm distracted, you're distracted. So, sorry.
Cover
this up with toys.
This is where we needed Bray
Yes, it's a very
Direction-wise.
and you know what? It's a role and character in the company that's been missing.
Mm-hmm.
It's an amazing role to fill. He doesn't care about titles. He's here to make people insane.
Well, and people forget that for the most of the time that was the Undertaker's role.
Exactly.
He wasn't always in the title picture. He's 7. I think he's as long as he's been with the company. I think he's only held 7 world championships. And you know why? Because when he holds them, they mean that much more because
Right.
he's not always in that picture. I mean, it's what happened to Cena. It's why people were so tired of him, delivering match after match after match. But when he's in that same, he's going for the championship.
Here we go again.
Here we go again. Yeah. Bray has had one legitimate shot at the championship, won it, promptly lost it, which
Yeah.
bums me out. But
And he didn't need it. It's like we all wanted him to get a win, but it didn't have to be for the championship.
yeah,
And when he goes for it, it should be something very different than you see for other people.
Mhm.
It should be, I'm here to destroy and take away from you everything that you hold dear. And that would make it mean so much more to whoever he's taking it from and when he takes it. Or if there's a level of obsession with it. Like it doesn't matter who has it. I need that thing. The thing is what. And when he does, he can do that.
Yeah.
More than somebody else can. Somebody else can play an obsession angle. Somebody else can play a chase angle. Somebody else can play a grudge angle. He can play a different angle all his own that nobody else could do. Him and Hardy. But Hardy's different.
yeah.
And the two of them never, at this point, never need to be in a title picture again. Until it makes sense, until they want to tell a story that's so different, so out there. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 So that takes us to.
Boom, 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 boom.
Well, no, actually, before that, like Ellie was mentioning,
Oh, Jesus.
don't give Rhonda a mic, and I get it.
Just let her make that face. Yeah, her mean face is terrifying.
I don't know, man. Like after seeing her on Raw last
Comes
night,
down, she gets this like the roof line, like right here in her eyebrows, furrowed as all hell.
after seeing her on Raw last night, I almost feel like her stumbling was kind of on purpose, almost.
Like endearing.
Yeah,
Oh, look at her. She's right over the mic.
because she came out and she was all smiles, and I was like, okay. I was like, yeah, this is a big moment for her because this is what she's always wanted to do.
Right.
So this is a dream coming true. So it's cool. I also love the touch because we talked about you said the word endearing. I thought it was a nice touch that Triple H said you didn't want anything extra in your contract. You know, you didn't want title matches, you didn't want special dressing room or anything. And she's like, no, I don't want any special treatment. Whether that's true or not, I assume it's.
Exactly.
I don't care. Character wise,
Mhm.
I gotta imagine it's actually true. First of all,
She seems like the type.
she wants to work for it.
And again,
she
the
good.
beauty of the difference between the reality and the perception of reality
Mm-hmm.
is fantastic. Like as fans, we're able to say, "Yeah, I think she just wants to live that life, man."
Yeah.
And you know what? That's great.
To me,
She has amazing respect for it, and not only has respect for it, that's what she wants for herself.
yeah. To me, she strikes me as the type. I mean, she did it for judo. She did it for MMA. She's gonna work hard. I don't understand all the flack she's getting because they've already made it clear.
They're
and-
billing her like a celebrity still.
yeah.
Until she's in the ring, and until she's regular, it's gonna be hard for a lot of people to swallow.
But again, you look at this. You look. Shoot. I mean, it's almost perfect. When Angle came in, like he started showing up in '99.
Right?
He picked it up swiftly.
Yes.
And I gotta imagine she's going to be on that same level
Yeah.
because she wants it. Because she's already proven that she will work hard. She worked hard and won a medal in judo, and she was a bantamweight champion in MMA. She's not going to come in, and even if they want to hand her stuff, she's still going to earn it.
Right.
She's going to work hard to make sure she is good at this.
And the only problem the only thing we haven't seen is whether or not she can perform as a performer as well.
Right.
That was something crazy about Kurt. You never expected that crap from Kurt.
Right.
But Kurt was like 100% committed, and I'm
Yeah.
a goddamn maniac.
That's the thing I'm waiting on.
Give me the tiny hat.
That's the thing I'm waiting on with her because I don't think she has the difference between Ronda Rousey the person and Ronda Rousey the character.
Right.
That'll come. and that's why they didn't put her in a title feud. That's why they're going to put her in this basically glorified celebrity match
Yeah,
first.
it's great. I mean,
Because she
freaking
has the draw.
Like Stephen Amell went through the same thing.
And he was great.
And it was great.
He was great.
It was great.
But I think we talked about this at the Rumble. Like, can you imagine if Tyson would have signed back in 97?
Jesus.
98, I think was
Tyson
the year.
Kidd? When did he? Kidding.
But I mean, this is that same level.
Mhm.
Like, if you have an athlete like that, and she's going to do better than Tyson could have ever dreamed of doing, because she already has like some sort of wrestling background.
And it's almost like the UFC weirdly prepares you to like, hey, you know what? There's also an element of character. You're gonna have to if you want to be famous in this. I don't care how good you are. You either have to be the best or you have to be a giant character.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? The giant characters get paid a lot of money to either win or lose.
Well, because even Asuka, as dominant and as talented she is, there is character there.
Absolutely.
And Ellie says she just needs to get better on the mic. Other than that, she's going to be a beast. She does. She was noticeably better already on Monday than she was on Sunday. She just came out and she's like, we've taken care of everything, but you kind of need to apologize to me for slapping me.
Right.
And then she went to that furrowed brow, like
Jesus.
the angry Ronda,
Roof line.
which is great.
The awning.
She's already that far in a month's time.
Uh-huh.
We're going to be fine here with her, especially when she's in there full time.
Right.
I just want to know what the character's going to be, because we've already kind of got a badass with Sonya Deville and Shayna down on NXT, so she can't be exactly that.
Mm-hmm.
Where is she going to fit? And what is she going to be able to excel at?
Don't know.
But we don't need to know until after Mania, because she's.
I could almost see her filling in like, and this was one of my favorite characterizations that ever happened in any sort of women's division, was the Beth Phoenix role.
Yeah.
Absolute badass, like unstoppable. Doesn't need to have a title, but when she goes out there, it's dominant all the time. Wait, hold on. There's this other dominant force showing up. Who could possibly save us? Oh, hold on. This monster we got here is coming out and being a facey person all of a sudden because it's the best competition available.
Yeah.
And there's definitely room for that. Like, if it builds up to a Rousey Nia program with Nia's just wrecking ass everywhere she goes, oh, hey. Oh, no, I'm not here to beat her in a match. I'm here to beat her back into line. Something along those lines. Could be fantastic.
Yeah.
There's definitely room to play, and you know what? The characters are getting so much better, especially on Raw, that she'll find a place in there.
Do you think
Takes over Absolution? Yeah, probably.
Do you think they go the route of Brock and make her the absolute female Brock and give her Heyman? Or does she go on her own?
I've seen this poster. Somebody put out like a mock-up poster, the WWE UFC poster or whatever it is, with the two of them behind Heyman just looking evil. And it's could be. Now, you know what? That's a part of giving gravity to it's giving those accessories to the women's division. The idea of having a manager or having an advocate makes it bigger. Because, hey, this person cares about this person, so I should too. Of course, Heyman's amazing.
Yeah. Now, I mean, at this point in time, it looks like we're going fast and hard towards a Triple H and Stephanie versus Angle and Rousey match.
I could tell, dude, because that's the first thing. Because I haven't been able to watch Raw, read recaps, and like listen to the promos through. But the little clip there of Triple H sucker punching Kurt is it's meme worthy as all get out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think somebody said Kurt looks like a thumb in a suit, which it's accurate.
Yeah.
And then just the totally unprepared for the punch that's coming. I mean, I'm sure he knows, but at the same time, it looked great. Just fantastic. And that was Ronda's introduction during the signing. Was, hey, yeah, you're not getting any special benefits. And it was like, well, that's her principle she's going on.
Yeah.
And Kurt's there to say, hey, look, man, they don't give a damn about your principles. They're taking advantage of you. And I don't think they have your best interest in mind. Just saying. I mean, I can't come out and say that, but I'm just, Did you guys say, hey? Paperwork's all been signed. We own this beat. What? You cut me off?
Drunk Uncle Kurt just spouting off.
Telling all the family secrets. Hey!
What are you doing?
He's been through rehab. He's fine. He's good.
What are you doing, Kurt?
Just say, hey, man. But, like, right before she got here, y'all were talking a bunch of crap. I don't know, man. Like she's here. You want to say it now?
Kurt, you were sick. Come on, man. Let's get you out of here. Pneumonia.
He's not feeling well. He's been to the hospital recently. Probably. He will again very soon. So, yeah, I mean, the whole face-off we had a few years back with Rock and Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie.
Mm-hmm. Revisit it a little.
We don't need Rock. Bye. Go make your not Die Hard movie. It's not Die Hard. Also, he's missing a
Rampage?
leg.
He's doing a video game movie. Good for him.
Look, I'm just saying.
It's going to make $1 billion.
Like I saw the preview for Rampage.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the best you could do with that property.
Yeah.
I guess. Sure.
It's a giant gorilla, a giant freaking dragon.
As a wolf thingy.
And a
but
wolf
of
thingy.
course the wolf flies. And, wasn't he just like doing sign language in a zoo? Why is he flying an A10 Warthog? What is he doing? He's got guns and shit. Why? What is the progression that this happens?
By the way,
Huh?
this is how that segment ends. Oh, Triple H to the table. Oh, brother.
Like zero hesitation. Like he's giving a little bit of the jump assist, but you know what? She's doing the work, and he's saying, "Yeah, put me through that thing over there. Go ahead."
Dig it.
And he'll go. Well done. Hold on, I have to lay here and hold myself.
And then she signs the title. Or lefty. She's a lefty.
I saw that too. I always noticed that for you and your people, there, Justin. Well done.
She signs the paperwork. She's an official superstar of the WWE.
Double.
Dig it. This was a fine segment. Did it go smoothly? No. She was noticeably nervous.
Yeah, she just doesn't have the transmission's hanging up a little bit there. You got to work the clutch, lady.
Yeah,
It's gonna be all right.
she'll be fine. And again, that's why they kind of put her in this glorified celebrity match first.
You've got a lot of people holding her hands through these segments as well.
Because you could see her like looking over at Trips and Stephanie, like, save me,
My turn.
help.
Someone else is talking. Someone else is talking. My turn to talk now.
Yeah.
Nope. Throw through
And
table.
again, it was noticeably better on Raw, you
Uh-huh.
know, where we had a little bit of advancement.
It's gonna be a little shaky
Yeah.
first time you go out there.
Well, she didn't have to do that in UFC,
Right.
and she's starting to act now. So like, there will be it'll be better. It'll
Yeah.
get better.
Yeah. It's nice.
And that
It's nice, and this was a segment that shouldn't have been nice.
no,
I was ready to be shitty,
yeah,
and then I wasn't. I was like, I like this better. Maybe I'm just sick.
no, it was fine.
I'm watching just like, what's happening?
Before we move on to the
Men.
well, yeah, before we move on to that segment, speaking of women, how do y'all feel about the rumor of a women's tag team titles?
I feel like
We've
it's too
talked
much.
we've talked about this before. I like the idea of tag teams, women tag teams. I don't know, is putting titles too much? I mean, on one level,
I like loose affiliations, but if I'm having a tag team, I want them to have like theme, matching gear, and be together for a reason and stuff, and like work as a team. Like we're watching the New Japan thing with the Golden Lovers are back with the, and they had a little like a 15-minute documentary on them with Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi working together, working out tag team stuff, and it's like that's what I want out of a tag team.
right?
Seeing them work together like they haven't missed a beat. No, they work really hard to make it
You
look
have
like they
my
haven't
shirt?
missed.
Did you see that one?
Yes. Where'd you get it? Want to know? I love you. Love you.
Wait, let me see that. Is that my shirt?
Maybe. Just hold me, please. Just want you to know I like you.
It's great.
Yeah, it's the best. It's the best. I didn't know the cameras are going to be here. I thought we were just. Hold on, I have to pull up the Zubaz ad again and then look at these curtains.
Oh
Those
yeah.
are Zubaz curtains.
No, those are Zuba's pants that are just cut up and made into curtains.
Okay. Like right after the show, just pull up the Twitter. This is commitment. God damn it, we got Zubaz,
That's
and
commitment.
we're tagging Zubaz. Like this is commitment to wrestling.
Is that commitment or is this commitment, Jack?
Which one? Show me the commitment. Christ.
That's commitment, Jack. Committed. What?
Yep. Zubaz curtains. Sorry, I don't know why that distracted me after several years at this point.
Ellie asks, "What? We've got plenty of female teams. Why not?"
Yes, that was the question. Why not? It depends, because I worry about the depth once we get into that. Like I said earlier, we had 8 individual women's stories on Sunday, and that was good, and that shows depth to the individual thing. I don't want that taken away for the sake of tag teams. I would hope more could come in there, but
I was going to say, like, if you inject, because I mean, there's so many women on NXT that aren't even on NXT
right
now.
Yeah. So I mean, this could be a place, or it could be oversaturation. Not sure. That gets me to the idea of, or makes me question, hey, what's this whole thing about going co-branding for the pay-per-views from here on out? That seems pretty damn official at this point.
Yeah.
Like, that's cleared up. It hasn't been like officially announced, but it's like we're getting the one. It's going to be dual branded. I mean, this is the steps that are taken to make the branding not mean so much, and then slowly kind of devolve a little bit.
And that I don't want, because
if we do that, though, then you're talking about 2 different. Well, you got 2 different titles as well.
Yeah, and for no reason.
Yeah, and that's bad. But if you allow a tag division to maybe stretch across both brands to be defended on either, maybe it's like, you know what, the SmackDown program is a little weak right now. Let's move the tag title over there. But I could see a space for it. It still seems convoluted at this point. Like, all of the stuff isn't there yet for me to be like, yes, that sounds good.
Because you've got,
I don't want a secondary title either. I want more story-driven matchups.
Mid card.
Yeah,
Like,
sure.
Building up.
But
to
I don't
title.
need. I don't need a women's Intercontinental. I don't need a women's US. I want story.
Of any,
It's harder to do, but it's more rewarding when it happens.
of any of the ideas, the tag team titles is the one I'm most accepting of, because it's not. Let's just make a mid card championship.
Right.
Let's just make a secondary title.
Because at that point you're cutting your division at least in half. Because like, you guys compete here, you guys compete there. Maybe we'll get a little crossover here and there, and a little debate over which one's dominant, even though one clearly is and one clearly isn't. But yeah, I also worry that if they have a tag division, it's going to be a little too free flowing. Oh, Sasha and Bailey are working together this week. Oh, well, we need this one in the singles thing this week. So that's kind of broken up. It goes away a little bit, but they can come back at any time. It's like, if I want a tag team, I want a revival. I want a club. I want even a bar. I want dedicated tag teams.
Right now you've got Absolution. You've got Riot Squad. I could see Liv and Sarah being a team and Ruby being the singles competitor. But,
oh God, you know what? Build up trios. I love trios, dude.
Yeah,
the trios that work that way. The Shield has been prototypical of a lot of that, which is 2 for the tag and 1 for the singles, and sometimes that gets mixed around a little bit. And I'm more okay with that.
You also have Naomi, Charlotte, and Becky kind of working together. They gave some weird name. Royal Glow Fire or something.
Okay.
It's not on television. It's just there's a tag to it.
Right.
But again, Charlotte's the women's champion. You could have Naomi and Becky teaming together as
but then I worry with the idea of I feel like they lose a little bit of their individuality. But I'd want them to be a dedicated tag. I'm trying to have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. Do they go with weirdly matching gear? Do I want to see Becky with glowing red all over the place? Yes, I kind of do, actually. I'm okay with this. But I don't know. I don't want to lose individuals because I like the idea of teams, and I feel like we're finally getting to a point where we have some established individuals. I don't want to see any of them be forced to regress. But, I mean, I don't know. It could grow them as characters, too.
Yeah.
I'm always trepidatious. I'm leaning more towards, I'd rather just keep it as 2 singles divisions at the moment.
Well, I'm also worried that we're going to be losing the men's mid-card as it is. And men's mostly, I'm really worried for SmackDown Live. Because you know what's going to happen. is these shows are going to be pretty much all Raw.
Yep.
And then you'll get, the WWE Championship in there.
Yeah, and it'll be a big gold belt again. It's like, oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the blue one. Blue. Yeah.
Well, and see, and that to me is why I don't mind cutting it. I've said this now. This is the third straight week, and yes, I'm repeating myself, but I don't care. I like the idea of one pay-per-view a month, but why can't it be still Raw branded, SmackDown branded?
I don't know, man. See, it's a delicate balance. Again, like when they first started the network, I was like, I don't know if that's going to work. It's working. It's working just fine.
4 years. It just passed 4 years.
But getting the... I worry about this because I was just thinking about this with the whole ROH is starting their subscription service thing too, and how much of it is a good? How much do you need for it to be a good value? How much before you devalue the product, and how much is too much to end value the product? If you only have a pay-per-view every other month, you're going to have the big four that are going to kind of get in the way a little bit. Those have to be. Those can't go away. Those are giant money makers. Those are people travel from all over the world to come to those things. So at that point, are you looking at big four and you try to squeeze 2 for each brand in between each one? In a 3-month period, you get 4, but then you're back to what we're looking at now. It's kind of that way now. Do you look for just 3 in between there? This feels like it's getting a little closer as to what you would need, but then you go Raw, SmackDown, Raw, and then SmackDown, Raw, SmackDown, and the next. Or if you go to 1 a month, you're looking at 2. You have 1 Raw and then 2 months before the one of the big 4. You're at that point you're leaning heavily on your TV, which is not bad. You're invaluing the TV product. You're rewarding the TV viewer. Tune in to see where the storyline develops, and you're gonna have more time for stuff to arc and finish on television.
Right.
It doesn't have to build for 8 to 10 weeks. It's a long ass time. Now, is SmackDown if SmackDown is the second in that series, are they having to like just mark time between Big 4? Month, 2 months of programming before you get to one, and then only a month before the next of the Big 4 to build into that. It's just logistically wise, I worry what it ends up looking like. Again, I'm sure they'll be fine. They're gonna do what they're gonna do, and they're gonna be okay. Because again, the network came out, I was like, I don't see this working out. Worked out just fine. It's changing the model, and there's also an issue of I don't think this affects WWE as much, but it affects ROH. I want to mention their pay-per-view thing, their subscription service at some point as well. Are you taking value away from network subscribers at that point? Do they not feel as involved in it? Because they've had that very open policy of subscribe and cancel pretty much at any time. Hey, you want this one pay-per-view? Sign in. But hey, man, in 2 weeks we got another SmackDown one coming up too. I think it's a little easier to get dead zones of like, hey, subscribe for Survivor Series. Stay subscribed because in a month, in a whole new billing cycle, we'll have a Raw branded pay-per-view. I worry if that ends up affecting that bottom line. But then again, I don't know how many transient subscribers we have. Yeah.
Probably
It's odd. I'm sure they know. I'm sure they've done.
Yeah, I'm sure they know who signs up.
If I go in the boardroom and I say this exact same thing, they're like, "Oh, look at him. He thinks he's worried about us guys. We're fine.
They're fine.
Thank
Bullet
you,
Club is
Mr.
fine.
Emilio, Emilio.
Emilio.
That's it. Not with this thing though. Ow, that hurt, man. I'm not left-handed. Yeah.
Well, speaking of network buys and people canceling their network, the men's Elimination Chamber match.
Fantastic transition. Cancel subscriptions now. Boo. No.
I will say this.
Yeah.
I normally hate sitting on Twitter and seeing what's happening afterwards because it's a lot of people bitching and moaning, specifically after a Roman win.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people calling out the people who are moaning.
Good.
It's nice it wasn't necessarily positivity, but it's like
Enjoy the
just
show.
shut up.
It's like that's enough. Thanks.
People
guys.
are threatening to cancel their subscriptions over one match.
Just do it. How about don't talk about it? Shut up.
Too. Oh, Roman won. We're gonna cancel. I'm tired of him getting shoved down our throats.
We know you're alone. Shut up. Cancel.
By the way, half these people.
Tell your mom to stop paying for it.
I was gonna say they're probably either A, not paying for
They're
it,
not paying for it.
or B, they probably don't even have it.
Hmm?
They're streaming it from somewhere.
Exactly. Exactly, dude.
Your voice matters not.
It's weird. They've lowered that barrier of entry so much that it's making a nice, fun club to be able to join in. And then you're supportive because you're involved. It's weird. The mastery of manipulation is fantastic. Get me got.
Yeah.
Even business wise, makes
Look,
me happy.
Am I thrilled? Leaving Raw out of it. Am I thrilled that Roman won? No. But I knew that Roman was. We knew Roman was going to win last year.
We've been saying for a year, oh, of course he's going to win.
It's Roman
and we've had a
Brock.
whole lot of shit. He didn't win.
Yeah.
We're eventually going to get around to a time when he's going to win something. Damn it.
Yeah.
And when it means something, and when they can do something right with him. Hey, look! It looks like they're kind of doing something right with him.
Yeah. Roman.
It's been done.
Roman's going to win. Somebody else pointed this out. If you don't read the dirt sheets, then not everything is so predictable.
Amazing.
Because if people didn't read the dirt sheets, they wouldn't have had it in their head that Roman's going to win. It's how do you know? How would we have known without reading dirts or anything that it's going to be Roman and Brock at WrestleMania next year?
Didn't know.
There's no way we could have.
Nope.
There was no indicator that was going to happen.
Right. If anything, it was like, look, it looked like they're stepping him down the card a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, so if you don't pay any attention to that, then Roman winning last night is kind of a surprise.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I didn't because
We're willing to suspend that disbelief,
Right.
though. But everybody's like, oh, that thing they said was going to happen. Dicks. Leave them alone, would you? But what's up?
Braun Strowman, I don't know what we do with him here. That's my biggest. That honestly, I have less problem with Roman winning than what do we do with Braun now?
Yeah.
Because
Braun versus Brock was fine. It's plausible.
yeah,
Braun versus anybody shy of a bear, not so much now.
right. He was amazing.
Give me a cross promotional match. Give me Braun versus Rusev.
Something.
You know what? If
Rusev Day got a nice chant during the Matt Hardy match. If that makes sense.
like I wouldn't mind because that's the whole story with Cena right now. Is he's going to SmackDown to find himself somebody.
Yeah.
Braun do it too.
We got to talk about Cena.
We
We got
will.
to talk
We
about
will.
Roman. So maybe there's not much to talk about here. Braun.
Starting the match, Finn, Seth Rollins, Miz, amazing. Teasing what's probably going to be our Intercontinental program leading into Mania and probably for Mania.
Right.
Fantastic and amazing performances by all three of them. You forget how good Miz is, especially when he's in there with two people that are extraordinary and Iowa's own. But Miz is fantastic, and he was fantastic with those two.
Yeah.
It was a really good start to the match, and it was a useful start of the match. Well done.
Let's see. Cena is in next, I think.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Elias was last. Braun was like
Right before Elias.
Right before, and then we had who else was in the pod? Roman.
Right. So it was Cena, Roman, Braun, and Elias.
Right. First of all, Elias, well done coming to the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Good entrance.
Yes.
Good performance.
Yes.
Well done.
And Braun was the next one out to get into a pod.
Uh-huh.
His music hits because it looks like that's what we're getting for Mania.
That's fine.
It's fine, but it's not right. You know what I mean? Like, and this is nothing against Elias because Elias is on his own. He's shooting up there. He's settling into greatness on his own.
I wouldn't mind him sneaking a victory.
I mean, if that's the way it's going to happen, he's going to have to do something like that because I don't.
You have to find something bigger to hit him with than a goddamn guitar.
Braun's not getting crowned, obviously. I mean, unless he finds some way to sneak into that match.
Braun is playing the role of a giant.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's a good role to have.
But he needs something. It feels like after his performance last night, after the year he's already had, it feels like he should be bigger than the title if he's not getting the title.
Right.
If he's not getting that crowning moment.
I want him to fight a bear.
Yeah, I mean, D-Bry did that one time, and they still won't show us the footage.
It's terrible.
It is terrible.
I'm glad you know this. Makes me happy. You are #the best. You the best. So yeah, and we have an interesting thing, and they've made this like a build-up. First 7-person elimination chamber, Braun eliminates goddamn everybody.
Literally, except for himself, obviously. At one point, they do a 4-on-1 power bomb,
Jesus.
uh,
Ooh ah.
which was, I mean, it was a neat little moment. And they don't. We were talking about this before, like,
If he was gonna be pinned, that's where I would have liked him pinned because you had 4 of the top superstars
yeah,
holding him down, folded in half.
yeah.
Nope.
I mean, it's neat because you have this stat that you can give him.
Yep. He doesn't need that stat.
Technically, no. But, I mean, you think about Roman. Roman was a sole survivor, won the Royal Rumble. You had all these things before you actually won the championship.
Right.
So maybe this is just a building block for him. I don't know, man. Elias, it just doesn't feel like a big enough matchup for the work that Braun's already put in.
It'll be interesting to see what they do with Elias. Because, I mean, it could be a way to hotshot Elias.
Also true.
Hard to tell. I'm always willing to suspend my disbelief and trust. I'll see where it's going now, but I'm pretty sure they'll pull off something.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it.
Roman wins. It takes like a bunch of spears and a bunch of Superman punches. And, you know, I mean, if he's going to put him away, then yeah, that's how it's going to go.
And it gives credibility back to that moveset. Okay.
And again, did we know where this was going? Yeah. And was I amazed by it? No. It was what it was. I was
again,
like, okay.
Going into Elimination Chamber and going into Fastlane, not expecting apple carts to get up dumped all that much.
Right.
Nothing's going to change too much. Nothing's going to be that unpredictable.
Well,
so,
because again, you got the money matchup, AJ and Nakamura on SmackDown.
That was my first thoughts when Roman won. It's like, well, we're getting Roman Brock. You know what? That doesn't need to be the main. No, we've got enough to satisfy that we can do some serviceable storytelling over here, and it'll be good eventually.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be good eventually. Whether Roman's crowned as like the workhorse who goes out and defends the people, or whether he goes in there as the crowned Mad King now of course I did this. I'm a champion of the universe. Ooh, I don't know.
Ooh-ah.
Yes, sir. Though it seemed like we did get some direction with that the following evening.
Yeah. So let's go there. I mean, there isn't much more to talk about from the men's elimination chamber. Roman wins. LOL.
Braun does an amazing showing throughout. Everybody looked good. I was worried Elias wouldn't get a chance to look good. Elias looked good. Everybody else looked amazing.
That spot when Elias comes in, beautiful, because everybody's all laid out, tries to cover everybody.
Yep.
Great. Because he even said, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick the scraps. And he tried to.
Well, that was him getting fed the line.
Yeah, but
that Cole was fed, and it's like, well, I'm going to play into it. Cool.
But then he tried to do it,
But
and
I'll
it
sing a
was
song.
beautiful. Yes, it was beautiful. I dug it. I dug it the most. But next night on Raw, and we'll start with Roman because since we're right there,
Woofa.
this was the
You're getting
only
showdown. Roman and Brock. Here we go.
And, you know, that's what it's billed as. Brock's going to be there. They're going to face-to-face. They said that immediately following the chamber. This is happening tomorrow night on Raw, face-to-face, Roman and Brock. And this is the only way that they might be able to quell the boos, is the direction Roman went. And his promo was fantastic.
That had to be the best of his career.
Hands down.
It felt like him talking, dude.
It did. And it also, again, it goes to that point of, since the feud with Cena going into Mayhem, whatever it was,
Right.
He's been steadily getting better. He was dead on. Not only about his points, but like everybody has been bitching and moaning about the part-time champion, Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
We want an everyday, somebody who's there every day.
Somebody here to represent the company. Somebody here to bust their ass every day.
Why can't it be Roman? Why are people so dead set against it being Roman? He's there night in, night out.
And performing to the highest level. There.
Again, I mean, I've got issues with the finishing set.
Yeah.
Like I'm still not a huge fan of the Superman punch or the spear. But I can't deny he delivers a match after match after match after match
Yep.
after match, going back 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Going back to his match with Brock before Rollins interfered. Great.
Every bit. I am kind of excited now that we're going to get that uninterrupted,
Yeah.
unless Carmella cashes in. Sorry.
Fabulous. What?
What? Moolah's back? Yes. Yes. Hold on. Yes.
Dead.
Not yet. I'm working on it. Excuse me.
Oh my god. Dude.
We're going to get the continuation of that storyline. I'm okay with Roman Brock. I got real okay real fast, and then the promo
Yeah.
happens. And the promo was just, I think somebody entitled it Truth.
Yeah.
And he just laid down the, I'm here every night busting my ass. The boys in the back are here busting their ass. We want somebody who represents us. He gave and it was the same speech that kind of Cena gave. I'm the everyman champion of the people here.
Mhm.
And look, they might not like me, but goddamn it, they need somebody that's at least going to be here.
Yeah.
And I show up every goddamn day.
Yeah.
Hold on, this is the part where I'm supposed to call you a bitch. Bitch. You got to make it as unnatural sounding as possible. Bitch. It doesn't seem right coming out of his mouth.
Yeah.
He doesn't say that in his regular everyday life. C word's a little salty for never mind. Continue. And he ends the promo, but he starts the whole thing with like, "I'm going to tell you what I'm not supposed to.
Yeah.
They're not going to be happy with me. I don't give a good goddamn." Amazing.
Yeah.
He's bucking authority a little bit, and then at the end of it, he says a line. Sentiment very good. Words. Now I'm going to go to the back and get my ass chewing like a man. Take my ass chewing like a man. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that wasn't a bullet point they gave him.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was just like a. All right, and then give it a tough tag on the end there, Roman. Go get him, fella. Eat my asshole. No, Roman, no. Lick it. No, Jesus, God. Like a man. Me or you? I don't know. Oh. Oh, and now I just have that Jim Ross song in my head. My ass. Sorry.
Okay.
You never heard this? Somebody I've never done mine. Doesn't matter. There's enough.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Point being, I went from being okay with this happening to
This
You
is
know
a
what?
thing.
yeah. Well,
I'm
because
excited for this thing.
I got to be honest. No Brock last night. He's a no-show. That's what they're officially pitching it as. He was supposed to be there, but he didn't show.
And they made sure to get a picture of Brock and Dana White in Vegas.
Yeah. You know what? If I'm them,
They're theorizing. WWE just paid Brock Lesnar to come out and just dick around for 2 days and not show up to
Maybe.
shows? Good.
possibly,
Good.
I would continue that. Let Roman do all the heavy lifting
Mhm.
because it looks like he can now.
Every time he has to, he thrives.
So let him do it,
Let him thrive.
and
Champion of the people, the people's champ.
it will. He will continue to prove his point. I'm here. Where's that champ? Where's he at? How come he's not here?
And where dun, 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 is the Batman?
And we can do this right now if he was here, but he's not because he doesn't care. Dig it the most. Now that moves us on to John Cena because what's his story? Like the story continues as I thought it would be.
Dude.
We've moved on to Desperate Cena because he went from I still have a path. I'm going to win the Elimination Chamber. I'm going to wrestle Brock.
And you have to mention the Raw talk after the thing.
He was
Like,
amazing.
First of all, the show went late as all hell.
Yeah.
Thank you, network.
Yeah.
It's 11:20, and it's like, oh God, I still got to look at Rosenberg. Who?
I hate. Yeah.
It's the best thing that happened all night. You know that, right? It's a goddamn pre-show.
If you want to see it,
And
it's right there,
in a damn pre-show,
right below us.
there's Paul Heyman and Rosenberg just giving him a nod, like, of course we're here together. We're two colleagues.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you? Dismissive.
Yeah.
First of all, whoever took Pete Rosenberg aside and said, "Look, we're gonna have to insist that you wear like adult human clothes. Like, stop making your own jackets. No, just show up. We'll even give you clothes.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna fit you well, but that's your fault. You're weird shape." That's just mean.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Dude's trying. Dude's doing a thing.
Who are you? Anyway,
well, I'll tell you what I won't do. I won't doubt El Dandy. That's for damn sure.
that's right. Who are you to doubt El Dandy?
I'm nobody to
He
doubt
gives
El
me the
Dandy.
cue, but I don't feel like looking over there to find
okay.
where it is.
I'll do the bit. I'll do the whole bit. Never mind. Please don't.
Too late now.
God damn it.
Who are you to doubt El Dandy?
To doubt El Dandy. I don't know, Brent.
And just for good measure.
God damn it.
So Cena's play on Raw Talk is, man, I failed, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do, man.
I remember watching it going, look at this son of a bitch acting.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah.
He's got the red teary eyes, and he's all red faced, and he's very quiet. He understands very well how to draw people in
Mm-hmm.
by doing less and talking softer. And it was great.
He even says something along the lines of, was it, I'm going to have to go outside of protocol here?
Yeah, dude, and it just sounded like somebody just babbling. Like he sounded like a babbling maniac. It was pretty great.
Because, man, I've been able to go to WrestleMania, and I've been able to do this, and now all of a sudden, how am I going to get there?
And he
I'll
just
figure it out.
and he was meandering too with his
Yeah.
thoughts, which is great. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a fantastic place for him to be as you continue well into Desperate Cena.
Oh my God, Desperate Cena rules.
Uh-huh.
And it continues the next night because Desperate Cena can still be fired up Cena. It doesn't have to be depressed Cena.
Right.
It's, I'm going to do whatever it takes. And he goes, you know what? I'm going to do anything I have to take. I know I should have done this years ago. I'm calling out The Undertaker. John Cena versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania. What do you think, folks? The place erupts.
Yeah.
They want it. He goes, yeah, you know what? They told me I can't have it. I failed. How masterful was he last night?
That's a rough thing to do to a crowd, man.
Yeah.
That's some emotions that
They told me I can't have it,
don't play with that, man.
which means we're not getting Undertaker this year.
Think so?
I mean, if it's not Cena, who the hell is it? If they told,
Nobody. He's an old man. He's done. He's tired.
that's what he said on the 24 special.
What do you say?
He said, "I'm right as of right now," and this was like right after WrestleMania last year.
Uh-huh.
Right, as of right now, I'm happy with just riding off into the sunset. So we'll see if that sticks. Although I got to feel if he's actually retired, he had to go in the hall this year, but he can't if Goldberg is, because
Right.
Undertaker's like he's the headliner
Right.
when it's time.
Oh yeah, we got a whole bunch of. I don't want to say nobodies. That sounds awful. I don't mean that.
He'll be the first headliner that is also the dead guy.
Hold on. I have to roll my eyes hard. I might fall asleep when I do it. Here we go. Okay, I'm back. It's the best. What is my favorite part of that clip, by the way? Yes.
So
God damn it, Justin. That's the best joke I've ever seen. It's the headliner and the dead guy. Like, but we'll get a whole bunch of like, hey, it's Nick Patrick as well. And I don't know.
Jeff Jarrett.
B. Brian Blair. It's gonna be great. Jumping Jim Brunzell.
So here's the interesting part.
Bunch of people that were like really good informative years and really made wrestling what they are, but nobody today remembers, and that's
Yeah.
sad. Sputnik Monroe. Amazing.
Old Skip.
Amazing Skip's dead. Skip's dead.
Monroe Sweat. Old Skip. So Cena brings back into play, hey man, you know what? I can't get it done here on Raw. I can't wrestle Undertaker. I'm a free agent. I'm just going to go to SmackDown tomorrow night.
We'll find somebody.
I dig it.
So who would be a good match for
Dana Bryan.
What?
I don't know how they get there,
What?
but God, that would be money. God, that would be money. I don't know how they get there.
You think they get around with an unsanctioned match?
Maybe.
Oh, so because the whole thing with the Brian and Shane has been Shane's just been overstepping Brian, been like, I'm gonna do what I want because this is my show. I get that you're here, but I'm going to do what I want.
Yeah.
So Cena shows up, and Shane decides, I'll give you your pick of anybody.
And then Debra's like, no.
What do you mean? He just shows up and gets to do this? I want an unsanctioned match against my actual brother-in-law. Oh, yeah, back to the show as well.
Yeah.
I
It's funny you said Nick Patrick. Christopher Brown asks, here's a question as it relates to the Hall of Fame. When are we going to get another ref elected?
It's Nick Patrick. Is he going? Who's in there? Hebner?
I got to imagine one of the Hebners at least.
I wish if you do one, I think you have to do both of them.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be Earl, and it's not going to be Dave. And poor Dave isn't going to get in on his own.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like, hey, it's Earl and Dave. There's, like, if they could mend the fences with the Ultimate Warrior,
Yeah.
and they could bring Jeff Jarrett back into the fold,
Yeah.
maybe they can overlook Dave and Earl selling some third-party gear out of the trunk.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe we'll overlook that. They're old enough. They can. God damn it! Now I want Dave and Earl Hebner, and I want the build like that too. I want Dave to get top billing. Then Nick Patrick.
Ellie says Shane for Cena. Brian, Shane, or Orton.
I don't want Cena Orton.
I mean, it looks like Orton's
weird. I
tangled
love-
in the U.S.
I love Orton, but I don't want him at the same time. It's like, wow, he's great. No, I don't want to look at him though. It bothers me because he's amazing in the ring too.
Yeah.
It's like I just don't want to program with him. Nobody have a program with him.
Well, he doesn't do well in those. Other than Christian, like that, the program with Christian was amazing. When's the last great program Orton has? He delivers again match after match after match after match after match. But
See, again, he's a guy I'd like to see be that workworkhorse dude. He doesn't need to, but I'd like to see him with like a U.S. title and just be like,
that's where he's at right now.
I'd like to see him defend it against everybody, anybody. I don't need a program. Don't need a story.
Just wrestle.
Yeah,
Imagine that.
I'm a wrestle man, guy.
So's Guy. Which, by the way, I still can't get him to win the Royal Rumble. It's hard. It's difficult, man. Christopher Brown. The ref I was thinking of is Tim White. So maybe.
Oh, what about John Cone? John Cone was a good one too. I think John Cone's the one that, if I'm thinking, look, I can't remember like anything. I don't know what day it is technically.
Yeah.
But I think he was the one that sold the whole ring collapse thing.
Oh yeah.
Like that in and of itself, just that fall. Like they should induct a moment. Like the man himself, not so much. But the fact that he fell down with that ring, great. The ring exploded. Just that would make me very happy. I don't know any other refs. Bryce Remsburg. But he's not in WWE.
He's not in WWE.
But he's still, he's the greatest referee of all time. Bryce Remsburg is the best. You've seen him. You
I've
know
seen
who
him.
he is.
I know exactly who he is.
There you go. That's why he's the best.
Is there anything else really of note to talk about from Raw? Ronda shows up, and I feel like she kind of writes the path a little bit. Does exceptionally better on the mic. We talked about that. We talked about the tag division, where that's going. We talked about
the Intercontinental Championship. Miz with another just red-faced, quick little
I've been
promo
here
thing.
for 12 years.
Dude.
Why am I not main eventing WrestleMania? But see, and what I love about it is it coincides with Romans without really coinciding with Romans, like not word for word.
He does a masterful job. I talk about this every once in a while. Whenever I'm not liking a program, it's when it feels segregated from the rest of the card, from the rest of the universe. Miz always interjects himself with the rest of the universe. He's always a part of it, and he should be the center of it. And that's his story.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
And I loved that, again, like it's that same parallel thinking to what Roman's saying is that we don't want Brock here anymore.
Right.
Only without saying those words.
He doesn't have to.
Because he's saying, no, it should be me.
Right.
Like,
You get the differentiation between what a good guy does,
yeah.
what a bad guy does,
Yeah.
and what the guy does.
Because he's not good.
His shirt says it's my yard.
It is his yard, I guess. Sure.
If you're going to fight in the grass. It's going to mess up your pants, but you know what? It's going to be a lot better on you in the long run.
I'm starting
Never fight on blacktop.
I'm starting to worry about SmackDown. I enjoy it week after week after week, right? It's good show, but like I feel like week after week after week, I'm not coming away with that happened.
They have B-showed the hell out of it, dude.
Yeah,
It
and
stinks.
you know Corbin and AJ last week was amazing. It was a great match, but like other than Sammy going, you know what's going to happen at Fastlane? Everybody's going to square off. It's going to come down to you and me, and I'm going to lay down and take the pin for you. I like that. That's a nice little seed planted.
Mm-hmm.
Because wouldn't necessarily be a double turn at that point, but it could turn Sammy towards 100% heel and could turn Owens the other way. We'll see.
Just giving you the head nod.
We've got some stories to tell at Fastlane.
I'm not expecting a whole lot of. Again, I wasn't expecting a whole lot of development, storyline wise, leading into Mania out of Elimination Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
What I was hoping for is what I got, which was a lot of individual character development.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has motivations and reasons, and is giving you good reason to follow them on what has been a predictable story so far. All I hope is for the same thing from. All I hope is for the same thing from SmackDown is, look, it's going to be AJ versus Nakamura, but I hope we get some story coming out of this. I hope we get some grudge match out of this. I hope we even get some, reason for the multi-man stuff out of this.
Yeah.
So there's room for that development. There's room for that development in that 5-way match, of which I still think Cena's going to be
the sixth man?
Yep.
Hey, guess what, man?
What's up?
Shut up.
Huh?
You
Okay.
look great.
I'll give you the first half of that.
Don't. I want to see what it looks like on the camera because I'm silly.
So happy.
It makes me so happy.
You and your dumb toys. Look at you. Look at you.
How far behind is it? Let's watch on my phone. Let's not talk into the microphones that are right in front of us. Let's watch. Look at that.
I hope so. I just throw my hand up.
Throw my hand up.
That was apparently. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is.
There.
Look at that. It's the best. I don't know what you're talking
So
about. I don't know what you're talking about. It's the best.
Oh my God.
So,
All right.
Yeah, out of Fastlane, I'm not expecting a lot of different development, but I'm hoping for character development and motivations to become clearer and more galvanized, and it's going to be good. Also, have to mention, God, 205 Live is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited for the tournament, and I'm excited for every character that comes on the screen. Mustafa Ali is the best. Mustafa Ali versus Jack Gallagher
Was so good.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Gallagher just picking him apart.
Yeah.
And viciously was amazing. They're letting the cruiserweights be what the cruiserweights have always been, the best performers on the entire roster.
That's right.
And they've been forced to and have developed really good characters as well.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of... Oh, Jesus! She's there. No, I mean, she's here. She's wherever. There she is. Miss Abigail. The medicine has worn off.
What medicine?
Justin, I'm glad you're back. Because while you were gone...
Mm-hmm. I didn't go anywhere. But while I was gone, what?
What? I don't know.
I've been here the whole time.
Right here.
All right. So...
Missing this heartfelt moment. Right here. That's where you've been. Now I'm just going to...
They're telling us that we have to go, Nathan.
They being... whoever
Anybody
makes
who's
Tylenol.
listening.
Procter & Gamble.
They being anybody who's listening.
Johnson & Johnson.
They want us to go.
Big Dick Johnson.
Can you do that dance?
Is that her dance?
Yeah, remember you used to come out and dance?
What's the dance? No, I'm not doing that. Look, okay, once the cameras are off, I'll give you the little parka, but I'm going to need a folding chair.
Okay. So, final thoughts.
I
got it.
Man, I hope they good. Man, I hope they know what they're doing. And I'm always thankful that they oh, for fuck's sake.
This is commitment.
It's commitment, apparently.
That is commitment, ladies and gentlemen. You know what else is? Let me get that other
You're
picture from earlier today.
you gonna make me change my phone face just for commitment. I gotta put Kurt Hawkins on my stupid phone.
You know what else? That's commitment.
I'm putting Bryce Remsburg on there,
That's commitment.
standing between Earl and Dave Hebner.
That's commitment, Holmes.
It's
She chose well.
yeah.
She chose. I mean, it's funny because out of all of the women on the roster, that's the one I thought she would gravitate towards too.
Amazing.
It makes sense.
So just type. So,
She has a type.
word.
I can't close this picture, Nathan.
That's cool. Just leave it on there. It's fine.
Well, I need to open back up. That's commitment, Holmes.
Christ. Holmes?
That is commitment.
Larry Holmes? Marvin Hagler? What are we talking about?
You know what rules about wrestling? Commitment. That's commitment, Holmes. Right there.
I was going to say the contrast of good and bad, and people able to show the worst of humanity and be rewarded for it, and it gives a mirror up to society. And these people get to be who we really want to be. Sometimes you want to be an evil person. Sometimes you want to be bad.
I don't want to be.
Sometimes
Liv
you want to
Morgan.
be the just archetypical good.
I just kind of want to be with Liv Morgan.
The life is a series of gray areas, and there isn't always good and bad.
Is it okay if I just stare at
And
this?
it's
'Cause
amazingly.
That's commitment.
She's just staring back blankly. Why not? You should stare too.
Yeah.
Make me hate Liv Morgan. I
Commitment.
swear.
How dare you?
Very sorry.
How dare you?
Johnny Gargano gone from NXT.
Yeah. I'm curious to where they go with that because Ciampa, he's an a-hole, sir.
Well, I mean, Gargano. The obvious thing is do the same. Whatever they did with when Elias El Vagabondo or whatever the hell it was. But no, Johnny Wrestling's far too cute for a goddamn mask. How dare
True.
you?
It's true. He's adorable.
We'll have to put him in a bodysuit then.
He's so adorable.
That'll just be it's same head, just different person. Put him in a body mask.
God, him and Candace, they're so adorable.
Mm-hmm.
I still
I think they're
can't
pretty
believe.
small. I think you could scoop one up in each arm, just carry him on your shoulder. Come on, we're going to the picnic. Kiss each of them on a hip, and they're both like, "What are you doing? Why
do
would
that.
you kiss my hip? Hold on to that. Kiss."
You know why? You know
This
why
is
you would do that, Nathan?
Why would you do that?
Commitment.
You should be. You should be committed.
Commitment. That's all I'm
It's
saying.
coming from me. I'm a bad judge of everything right now, and even I'm like, you gotta go away.
Oh, let's see.
I shouldn't know how to get to Eastern State Hospital, but I do. Just saying. Friends.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
Uh-huh. You're the best, Justin. Hey, everybody, we're #WrestlePals.
That's us.
That's about it. Look, man. Hey, look. Get in touch with us. Why not? Seems to be a thing, right? On Twitter, @WrestlePalsVA, or you can literally #WrestlePals on anything. And this man right here will find it. I'm going to say us, but I don't really mean that. It's going to be him. He's going to find it, and he's going to be... You can write that on a rock and throw it in a lake. He'll bring it back to you like, hey, man, thanks for the support.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
It's good. He's a good swimmer. If you'd like to get in touch with him individually, which you should, at the Hulkster on Twitter. Follow him on Twitter. He's actually active there. And also, he may let you know a little something about yourself. He may let you know that you're the best. At the Hulkster on Twitter. Get at him. If you'd like to get in touch with me, stop it.
I want to get in touch with you. See? This ain't that's commitment too.
That's commitment, all right. At the Nate Project on Twitter. Go ahead. Send something.
Just did.
See if you can ruin my day. Go ahead. It doesn't have to be bad either. Just hi. That's enough for me to go, I don't know
what do I do?
I don't know how to deal with this. And throw my phone against the wall.
That's like the 12th phone you've had in the last week.
I buy them in I used to buy them 6-pack at a time. Just at the end of the day, you just crack it and throw it away,
Yeah.
right? I think the 7th day, Lord's Day.
Right.
No phone.
No.
No phone. But I got to move up to 24-pack now. Got to get through the month somehow. At the Nate Project on Twitter, at the Hulkster on Twitter. Or if you'd like to check out our back catalog, go on YouTube, spell it out, #WrestlePals. You get our entire back catalog, and it's see how wrong we are about everything. By we, this time I mean just me. Just me. And iTunes, check it out. WrestlePals. There it is.
That's right, baby.
If you don't want to look at us, you're right.
Sure.
That's
fine.
I mean, you could just play the video and lay it down like that and listen, but sometimes you don't want that.
Sometimes you would rather download.
Yeah,
And if you're going to do that, go ahead and subscribe, rate, comment, please.
yeah. Because again, I'll see those too, and those will freak me out a lot.
Somebody likes our show?
What's wrong with this person?
Or they hate our show enough to say something?
Oh, That's just... I don't like that commitment, Justin. That's bad commitment. Show me an example of good commitment, just so I can, cleanse the palate.
Commitment.
You know what? I'm coming around on her. Liv Morgan. She's okay. She's, definitely picnic worthy.
Hashtag WrestlePals pick. Commitment. Get with it, Jack.
All right. I'm going to go be sick.
Yep.
Goddamn hashtag WrestlePals. Run over.
I lost my keys and my little dog is bone. So I pick him up and I'm gonna carry home. But he a mean dog, bit me in the spare rib. And I'm take him home, put him in the baby crib. Yeah, I don't know the words, AJ Styles. You know what you are? You're phenomenal. Phenomenal.